Alright, so now we've marked where the system's sitting. You can see the white dots of where the system was marked. So now with our finger we're going to just gently dull out those marks so that we can just barely see them in the mirror when we're standing very close to it. And the reason we want to dull them down is in case some of the adhesive touches the white mark, the adhesive's going to get the white mark's going to get buried underneath the adhesive, and then you won't be able to remove it later. So we want to remove it now. Once the white mark has been dulled down so that you can just barely see it, you're going to start applying your adhesive just behind the mark. And the adhesive should go on very thin. Thin means that in about 15-20 seconds it should disappear on the skin. If it hasn't disappeared in 15-20 seconds, you've put on too much, and then you're going to just fan it out with the applicator brush, similar to what Darrin is using now. Now each layer is going to get put on, like I said, super thin. Once the third or the fourth layer is applied, then you're going to wait a good 10 minutes before we set our system down on top of that adhesive. Now if you're going to be a person who takes the system off daily, one super thin layer is going to be plenty. And again, take your time when you're applying your adhesive. Don't be in a rush or in a hurry. This part's very important. Now each new layer should be applied only when the last layer is turned clear. If you're using a clear adhesive to begin with, I'd recommend you have your smartphone with you and set the timer for at least 1 minute in between layers. Typically, the clear adhesives, you would only need 2 thin layers, whereas the white based adhesives, you would need 3 to 4 layers for the same hold. What's the difference between the two? One is water based, the other one is acrylic based. The water based, I find, is a little bit more gentle on the skin and easier to clean off the hair system. The acrylic base is a little bit more waterproof, but a little bit more difficult to clean and a little bit rougher on the actual system itself. So depending on your particular needs, I would recommend as a beginner to start off with the white adhesive, and then once you're fully experienced with the white, you can try the clear just to get a feel for the difference between one and the other. Now you can use your blow dryer to help speed up the dry process time, but you should still wait the full 10 minutes. Now the clear adhesives may need 15 minutes. A good way to tell whether or not the...
Sorry.
It's alright, we're going to keep it real.
That's the glue.
A good way...
That's the smell of glue. I'm joking.
A good way to tell whether or not your adhesive is dry is to touch your finger against the adhesive. And if it's sticky or stringy, allow the adhesive to dry longer. If when you touch the adhesive it's tacky, but none of the adhesive is stuck to your finger, this system is ready to be applied. Now typically we like to do the glue in the front first, and this way we're not waiting for paint to dry, so to speak, and we can start applying the tape to the system, which should take you between 5 and 10 minutes. So now that we have the adhesive drying for Darrin, we're going to move over to our hair system and we're going to start applying the adhesive to that.